Alright dudes, welcome back to the channel. Hayzink here, back with another Disgaea RPG video. As you can probably tell by my eyes, I've just woke up, I'm still quite tired, and I have just seen the news that we have a new roadmap for the next month. We're going to talk about that, and we're also going to go over basically what I think is going to happen going forward. So, we've received a new roadmap. The first part of that roadmap is not really a big surprise to us, okay? We've got the Nether Beauty Summon, which we knew about, which is the girl Laharo. We've also got the Nether Beauty Pageant event, which again we knew about, and it looks like the Magic Etna Gate is coming back in about a week's time, so that's good. It's going to give people a chance to get more copies of Magic Etna. Then we're going to have a sword pickup banner, which if you need to pick up some sword characters, on you go. We've got the Summon Spring Prinny banner, just to make you aware of what that is. It's basically just a banner where you can get 2-star, 3-star and 4-star Prinnies. Basically they're used for fodder. That's it. It's basically a banner to summon on for fodder. Should you summon on that banner? I don't know. I'm not going to summon on it, but it's up to you guys. We've also got event Road to Change, the Fiercest Badass. So basically what that's going to be is we're going to receive the badass missions like we did for Tyrant Valvatorez, except this time they're going to come before the banner drops, okay? So that's a big deal because it will give people a chance to get more quartz. If you watched my timeline video, which I will link up top, I did say to you guys that this was going to be happening, but at the start of June we're going to receive the next badass unit, which is going to be Rozalin, Awakened Rozalin. Also on that banner we're going to have Tyrant Valvatorez. Now I do have Rozalin on my Japanese account, so I'm going to record quite a detailed character showcase for her so that you guys can decide if you want to summon or not. Now Rozalin is a bit different from Tyrant Valvatorez as she is a battery unit, okay? So what that means is she gives SP to all characters at the start of battle, so she can kind of fit anywhere, and she's a really good unit. But there's a lot of stuff coming up on Disgaea, and if you look at that video that I've got, you will be able to see yourself if you want to summon for her or if you want to continue to save, because her dropping when she's dropping kind of validates everything else that I've spoke about in that video. So I think that we can now safely assume that Asagi is going to be coming at the start of August, okay? Now, after the Tyrant Valvatorez and Awakened Rozalin banner goes away, we're going to then receive a returning Platinum Summon banner for Usalia and Fenric. As well as that, we're going to get the final chapter of the main story, and we're going to start off Netherworld History of Disgaea 5, okay, which is good because Netherworld History is a good source of quartz for players. Now, looking at the timeline just now, it looks as though we're going to take another week's gap. I don't know if that will actually be the case, okay, because last time we got a timeline, it obviously didn't say that we were going to get this Nether Beauty Pageant event, and we did, so I think obviously that's subject to change, and we could see the new event slotting on just at the end of that. I'm at a point where I'm thinking about I'll ask Challen. I don't know if I'll get an answer. I'm not saying to you guys I'm going to get an answer to every question that I ask, but if they have a chance of doing overlapping events again, I think they shouldn't do that. I think we should just go from event to event to event, because I know if you guys had the choice of overlapping events or one event stops, the next event ends with no break, I think most people would rather just have one event stops and one starts, because if getting a break means that every other event we're going to have an overlap, I don't think people are going to like that long term. So I'll try and see if I can get some clarity on it. Again, I'm not saying I'm got a magic wand and I'll get every single question I ask answered, but I'm certainly going to ask, because if this is going to lead to us getting another overlap, I don't think anyone's going to be happy about that. I also just noticed there as well that Dark Santa Laharo is going to be returning. He's a great unit. I mean, for me, for some reason, damage wise, Dark Santa Laharo is kind of fallen off a little bit. So, I mean, He's not as great as I thought he was, but he's really good for farming. He's definitely my daily farming unit. I use him a lot. He's still on my main squad, but he's probably going to be one of the first characters that drops off as I pick up new units. We're also, at the same time as the fiercest badass banner, we're going to receive a login bonus. And from what I can tell from speaking to Challen, he's not said what yet, but we'll probably get some more codes round about then. Don't hold me to that. It just seemed a bit hinty that we should receive another maybe half decent code or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see what we can get. I know what you guys would like. You've made it quite clear in the video when we were talking about what do you want for rewards, etc. So basically, if we could get something like the 1.5k quartz in the nether printing again, I know most people would be quite happy going into that badass banner. It can be a lot to ask. We don't want to push our luck with regards to what rewards we get, but that would also be round about the 2-month mark as well. So again, if they decide to and they're going to do a let's celebrate a 1-month milestone, let's celebrate a 2-month milestone, etc., it could be a time where we could possibly get that again. So I think we'll wait to see what we get, but there's a lot coming. There is a lot coming, and personally, I'm not upset about it at all. I like playing the game. I like things to do in the game. I think I've got enough time to quite easily grind the beauty pageant event, which is fine. The road to train the fiercest badass, that is generally going to just be missions. So again, not concerned about that. You'll just pop them off. If there's missions in it like do Netherworld History, do story mode, then you can just wait a week until the new chapters drop and the new Netherworld History drops, so you don't need to go and waste quartz doing things you've possibly already done. I'm quite happy with the timeline, to be completely honest. I want to know what you guys think though. As always, I like to make these videos quite interactive. What I think doesn't necessarily matter because I'm one player. All of you guys have different takes and different opinions on what you think of these things. So you've seen the timeline, you know what's coming. What do you think? Are you happy? Do you think it's still a bit too rushed? Would you like to see more breaks more often? I guess this is all going to fall on how often you play the game, because I have people who speak on Discord, I have people who DM me as well, and some people hate the break. Believe it or not, some people just flat out hate having a break in this game. So a lot of it's going to fall down to like if you're working, if you can play the game while you're at work, because I know some people just hit like start on the item world, throw their phone into the drawer and check it every so often to keep going. So some people have that advantage in work, but if you're like a mechanic, for talking sake, you can't really play Disgaea while you're fixing a car, you know? So again, everyone's circumstances are different, and I don't want my feelings towards something to, do you know what I mean, be the be all and end all. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. As usual guys, I've been Hayzink. I don't know why I always say as usual. I'm not suddenly going to become a different person, although in the next video I might be a different person. But yeah, I'm Hayzink. Thanks for joining me on this video, dudes, and I'll catch you on the next Disgaea RPG video. Peace, dudes.